All righty, then. Welcome to day 168 in year two of 533. That's right. We didn't stutter. 533 RobLynn Live at night. RobLynn Live and Ollie.
The Wonder Dog.
Truer than true. Now, if you ain't in the club, meaning you ain't part of OES and on passive, guess what? It's your lucky day because Lynn Nakamoto has two domains. And here they come. RobLynnLive.com. You can just click on that and away you go. You'll be able to sign in, get your very own O-mail, O-net, O-trim. Away you go. Now, if you don't like .com, you might like RobLynnLive.ai. If you want to really get snazzy, RobLynnLive.ai. Snazzaroo for sure. All right. Well, that'll get you the 3 free for thee and me. Then you're also eligible to get the wonderful product known as OConnect that is turning the video conferencing world on its head. Big time on its head. All right. 10 a.m. this morning brought you live with Marty and Robin and Chris. What's that guy's name? Chris Johnson, CJ. Yeah. All right. The captain himself.
He's still at the hospital.
Right. He had a setback last night. Fortunately, it happened while he was at the hospital, not while he was driving on I-4 with us right next to him.
That was a blessing for him to have the collapsed lung while at the hospital. Can you imagine if he was driving? That would be bad.
That could be ugly. Yeah. Ugly, fugly, smugly.
Yeah.
11 a.m. brought you Eastern Standard Time, of course, brought you Red and OP360 update. Red did a bang-up job of doing an update. What he does is he reads from the OP360 update by Janet Butler, Dan Street, and Peter Schur, and, of course, Daryl Cook. And he does his own little paraphrasing. So, in other words, he's able to embellish on that and make sense of it, because every now and then it don't make sense to me. And Red is able to straighten all that out for us. So thank you to you, Red.
He's good at that.
Yes, he is. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guessed it. It was Straight Talk with today's news today with RobLynn and Ollie.
The Wonder Dog.
On this Tactful Thursday. Oh, Tactful Thursday. Guess what tonight's topic is?
In line with that.
It certainly is. So let's go to 8 p.m. Let's talk about tonight. What's going to happen tonight? It's 8 p.m. We're on the eastern side. We didn't make it to the southeastern side. Thank goodness. It's only 8:14 and 46 seconds. It's RobLynn Live and Ollie.
The Wonder Dog.
All right. Could we have an up Periscope? All right. The RobLynn Live Network proudly they're not so proud. They present the RobLynn Live and Ollie, the Wonder Dog, with our tonight's topic being what it takes to be tactful.
I love that topic.
What it takes to be tactful.
It's an interesting topic and something people don't really think about, right? So it's going to be a good topic to discuss.
It will be one for discussion for the ages, that's for sure. Now, here's what we do tonight. We are live streaming. We're coming to you live on OConnect. We're live streaming on the one and only YouTube channel that people love to go to, the RobLynn Live Network. So you can catch us either place for now, but we're not going to live stream the whole show, most of the show, right up until we have our trademark songs that come along. Yeah. And then we'll just click off and go right to the action.
But we'll have the presentation by my husband on the live stream as well as the community time.
Ooh, doggies, that husband of yours. All right. So that'll be followed by community time, a couple of songs, and maybe, just maybe, a bit of sign where we get a little sign language interpretation.
We have two folks coming. Will be Deborah Long and Cecil Weir. They will both be teaching, and maybe others too, but for sure, two of them will be teaching us ASL tonight.
All right.
Lucky us. But we
Mhm. Fun. Now that Daddy took the T-bird away. All right. Please pray for Ash and his lovely wife, Ashmahan, their two sons, or boys, or young men, as they're known. Omar, the writer and author, and amazing stuff there. And of course, Yusuf, who is training to be an astronaut at an early age. I think he's what, 5, maybe 6. That's all.
Mhm.
All right, and all right. Also, please send your love, light, and prayers out to those folks, such as Robin Noble, who's fighting a nasty situation, which she's going to overcome. We feel confident. And then you've got the one and only, the only Harold Fox. And Harold's fighting the C word. Oh, no, he's fighting a heart situation.
Tim Johnson, who I think Chris and Marty mentioned is having liver issues, and Tim Dillon, who's having eye issues. Um, who else? There's so many needing prayers.
Right.
You know?
So send those
Of
prayers
course,
out, Pat Parent
Parent's
too,
still struggling.
and anyone else who's suffering from any kind of an illness or an accident, please. Now, did you want to add anything with 40 folks here, or do you want me to keep it on like Ayush says?
Keep on keeping on.
All right, we're going to move along. We're moving along right now. Please listen to these announcements. There is some value in these, and you haven't heard it till you've heard it from RobLynnLive, okay? You've heard it, but now you're going to really hear it because we're going to hammer it home. Please review the replay of OP360. Why? Because there's lots of goodies power packed in there. And if you only just heard it cursory wise, in other words, didn't really have your listening ears on, you want to hear it again and maybe even again. And of course, you want to check out the recap, which is in the back office.
And the recording of Mr. Mufara and the three Muhammad speaking are on my channel. It's on the RobLynnLive YouTube channel under videos. So it's just the part where Ash Mufara and Muhammad Kamal, Lazal, and Murad are speaking.
The three Muhammads, as Ash referred to them.
So definitely check out that recording on RobLynnLive YouTube channel.
All right. So thanks to Janet, Dan, and Daryl, as well as Peter, for providing those informative notes in the update section of the O Founders. So that's where you can find it. Just go there and find it. Migration without hesitation. We tell you this every night. We mean it. We're not kidding. Don't play games. Don't be left behind. You know, it'll be unintentional on ONPASSIVE's part, but intentional on your part. So sign your NDA and the affiliate link. Check out the ONPASSIVE newest website. Check out the ONPASSIVE newest YouTube. Hop on an OConnect. You'll be glad you did as you learn while you earn. And attend webinars and chats as time permits. Log into the OES and surf around. Check out the profile information and make any adjustments as you want. Okay? Subscribe to OConnect when you can. All right. We're getting down to the topic. Did you want to go one cow, one calf and a half, one cow, one calf and a half? I say one cow, one calf and a half. Can we get 44, 44, 44? I can't say, can we get 43 and a half, 43 and a half, 43 and a half? Can we get 43, 43, 43 going once, 43 going twice? Can we get 44, 44, 44? One cow, one calf and a half, one cow, one calf and a half. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And that's about all I'm going to do of the cow, calf, and a half for now. Okay. But I'll be back. All right. Let's talk tactful. Let's talk what it takes to be tactful. And, in announcements, I failed to mention, let's back the bus up for a moment. And this is like today's news today. It's important that you watch out for your O mail and your email, because that's where the instructions are going to come to you and how to follow through and get your withdrawal. Yes, most of you have already requested that withdrawal, and yes, we want to give it to you, but no, you can't have it unless you follow instructions.
True.
So please, please follow the instructions that will be included in the email.
So either one, right? Either OMail or your alternate email, or both.
Could be both.
Check both.
Right.
Yeah, that's the only way you're going to know. So I check daily. I would say maybe twice a day, even, huh?
Or thrice,
Thrice a
or
day.
thrice a day, 3 times. At any rate, just check it, because that's where the instructions are going to come from. You don't want to delay the withdrawals have been delayed enough. Let's be honest. So if you want the withdrawal and you want it real bad, follow the real good instructions that are going to come to you in that email, okay, or OMail. We'll be doing it, so you do it too. All right. And I forgot to ask you, do you, RobLynnLive? I want to say it again, from the highest bush right here on Park Boulevard. Do you, RobLynnLive? Come on now. I know you do. I know you want to. I know you want to scream it as loud as I do. Hallelujah. Do you, RobLynnLive? I say I do. Woo, doggies. All right. All right. Let's talk a little bit about how can you be tactical, or tactful, I should say, not tactical. We know how you can be tactical. You can break out that M16, a carbine, and go hunting. But no, we're talking tactful, not tactical. So tactful. How about communicating effectively? That's a good way to be tactful.
Yeah, true.
And sensitivity in order to avoid offending others. You don't want to irritate your fellow ONPASSIVian,
No.
or ONPASSIVian
ONPASSIVian?
global affiliate,
Okay.
like Marty is. He says he's a global affiliate now.
Yeah.
So that's Marty. Okay, so in order to avoid offending others while still conveying your message, here are a few of the tips. We want to give you some tips on what to do about having the mindset of being tactful.
All
Okay?
right. Good skills to have, good knowledge to have.
You can spread it from the highest trees. Empathy. Let's talk empathy. Understanding others' feelings. Okay? Don't take it for granted what someone's feeling. Show a little empathy about what they're feeling. And know that their perspective is crucial. By being empathetic, your message can be tailor-made for any of considering others' emotions and concerns. And when we say tailor, we're talking Swifties. There should be quite a few Swifties in Las Vegas and Allegiant Stadium. So if you're anywhere in the area and you've got an extra $5,800, you can sit in the end zone for $5,800. Not too shabby.
Expensive.
Well, that's why you see me sitting here and going to listen to it on the radio, because don't even have cable in this house anymore. So I'll be stuck listening to it on the radio unless I get an invite. Unless I get an invite from one of my children or grandchildren to come over and tune in to Super Bowl 57. That's 57 consecutive Super Bowls.
Oh, wow.
Without a miss. Without a miss. What's that guy jumping around for? Okay. All right. Let's talk diplomacy. Okay. First off, empathy. You got to understand others' feelings. That's all there is to it. Diplomacy, it involves finding common ground, because there is common ground with everyone. So you could be compromising. You could be maintaining a respectful tone. Either way, you will hang in there and be connected and be tactful. And that's what we're all about, being tactful.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes not so much. All right. Diplomacy, it involves finding common ground, compromising, and maintaining a reflective tone. How often have you been out on the campaign trail and realized, A, you didn't have any toothpicks, B, you didn't have your toothbrush? Well, being diplomatic, you could ask for one in a nice way.
True.
Just be diplomatic. Compromising and maintaining a respectful tone. That's all anybody's asking. You don't have to go overboard. You don't have to melt us with your kindness. Just be considerate.
Yeah.
And consideration, always consider how your words or your actions may be perceived. There's always room for adjusting. Okay. You can blurt one thing out and it means something to you and something else to someone in India. So it's a good idea to be clear. Be clear on what you say. With tactful means being sensitivity. It's okay to be sensitive and it's okay to be super sensitive if you want. Okay? Because others' opinions, even if you disagree, are always used to communicate clearly and concisely.
Okay.
All right? Then there's timing. Get a load of this. Timing, timing, timing. They say timing is everything. Okay? Well, timing, trying to choose the right time and the right place when addressing sensitive issues, knowing when it's appropriate to have those citizen conversations, and when it's nest to wait for whatever comes our way. Okay, it's a more opportune time as time goes on. That's timing. Timing is a good thing. Let's move along. Talk about clarity. It's okay. It's important when you're being tactful to be clear. However, it's also important to be clear and direct. If you've got a point to make, don't nimby-damby around or namby-pamby around or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Namby-pamby. Hey, it's a namby-pamby day. Avoid direct contact with someone else who's going to be ambiguous. And ambiguity can ruin relationships bigger than big. So let's talk a little about respect. Let's talk a little about ambiguity. Well, respect others' opinions, even if you disagree. It's okay. You don't have to kiss the tushy of your neighbor. You don't have to go overboard being gushy. Just be yourself and respect others.
Be sincere, right? You don't want to be
Sincere
fake.
and respect.
If you're fake, people will pick up on it. Right? You know what I mean?
I do, I do, I do. Yes, I do, ma'am. I do. I think. Are you from Savannah, Georgia? Or are you from Honolulu?
You're from Georgia.
Oh, I'm from Georgia. Okay. Well, respect. Respect others' opinions. Please, please, please. Even if you disagree. If you disagree with me, hey, just respect me. Don't throw a spitball at me. And always communicate clearly and concisely. Get to the damn point. Get right to the point. Say what's on your mind and get after it. And move along. Timing. Try to choose the right time and place when addressing sensitive issues, knowing when it's appropriate to have those certain one-on-one conversations, when it's nest to wait for another opportune time. Okay, so you're in a very good place, as Oliver Fonte says. It's appropriate to have those certain conversations, and when it's nesting time, it's time to wait for a more opportune time.
It's best to wait, yeah.
I got you. All right. So here we go. Positive language. Always use positive language when possible. And it's always possible to use positive language.
Yeah, true.
It softens the blow of your message. Let's say you've got something that's a little bit controversial. Well, focus on the solution part of that rather than dwelling on the problems and what others may offer as praise or encouragement. It's okay. Show a little positivity. Get that mindset out there with the folk. Active listening, intently listening shows you value the other point of view.
Yeah,
the other person's point of view. That's okay. It's okay to be on the same side. What works with one may not be as effective with another, but in generally speaking, If we work together, we're flexible, and we accept the other's viewpoint, the sky is wide, the freak open. Wide open.
True.
Self-awareness. Let's wrap it up here. Self-awareness. Always try understanding your style with its strengths and weaknesses. Sounds like a comedy skit. Burns and George Burns and Gracie Allen. Burns and Allen. And just remember, we've all got our strengths. We've all got our weaknesses. And we can help to be more tactful and effective. All we got to do is work at it. And remember, there's not always just one right way.
Mhm.
There can be multiple right ways. So let's hear it for the Wrights. And that's not the Wright brothers. They brought us the airplane. It's just the right way. And here up front, you've got Minaj, Basin Tori.
Basumatori. Got Karina Lance and Irena here. Rabindra. Legdegas here. Sarananda. Karina.
Our panelists, they're rolling in.
Mel.
There's another
David
one.
Lavelle Jr., who's always with us. Thank you, David. We got Irena. Dixala. Hi. And
stuff.
who else? We got Rabindra Kumar, who's always here. He says, the pages of Unbounding book, ONPASSIVE. I love ONPASSIVE proudly. Very nice. Sarananda, he says, also sincerity and respect is needed to prosper in life. Isn't that so true?
All right.
Makes sense, right?
It makes a whole lot of sense to me.
Angela Lalande is here.
All right, Angela.
Frank Rowe, who's going to be singing for us, will be toward the end. Thank you for that. And we've got Ranjan Kumar Mishra. Good evening to you.
So the biggest point in summarizing what we're talking about being tactful, be mindful of your fellow man. That's all. Just be mindful of their opinions, their views, their tone of voice, their body language, and just try to be kind. It's okay to be kind. It's all right. You know why? Because we can all get along and we can all make this a better world. I'm convinced. And if you forgot what these hats are, they say just 97.
Although
Is that going back a ways or what?
It brings back memories. If you guys were with us back then, you know exactly that it was 97.
Just 97.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. I think that's going to wrap it here, or is it going to wrap? Let's see. We're at 8:34. We do need to say a few more hellos, I think, don't you?
Yeah, go ahead.
1 cow, 1 calf and a half. 1 cow, 1 calf and a half at 56, 56, 58. I hear 58. I hear 59. Do I hear 59, 59, 59, 59, 60, 60, 60. Sold once. Going twice. Sold for 58. All right. We can do better than 58, but that's okay. It is a Thursday night, and you guys are getting ready for the Super Bowl of all Super Bowls.
We got 34 folks in the YouTube live stream. Some of them are both places. They're both in OConnect, but also on YouTube, you know.
And we appreciate that very much.
It's really nice.
And just remember Lynn's domain. Lynn's domain is RobLynnLive.com.
That's
I
right.
think I'm ready for a duet with Johnny. He probably doesn't want to, but that's okay. That's okay. I am the assistant to the executive director, so sometimes I get my way. All right. Well, a few more hellos. Surendra, I should say, and Samuel is here. And it looks like Gemma and Lystra are in the house. Good stuff right there, for sure. 2 sisters.
Are they here?
I could have sworn I saw someone say hello, Lystra, and hello, Gemma. I could be wrong.
Sometimes people just post, copy and paste their hello list. You know, they use the same hello list every day. I see that in some of the lives. Hi, Surendra. You know what I mean? So they use the same list. They copy and paste, but doesn't mean those people are here. Hi, Deborah. Deborah's going to be Deborah and Cecil. Those two will be teaching science tonight. Thank you for doing that.
Very
Sure.
nice.
Yeah.
Jillian's here. Deborah Long is here. Hello, Angela. Glad you're here as well.
And I think I said hello to all those folks already.
If there's ants in this cup, I'm going to gag myself with a towel.
You should always peek.
I did peek,
And
and it didn't look. There was one floaty, and I didn't think it was an ant.
That's gross.
Hey, babe.
Oh, Cecil says yes, that both of them will be teaching.
All right, that
That's
sounds
great.
good to me. Deborah and Cecil.
Manoj says he has some buffering, and as an attendee, there's some buffering.
As an attendee, okay.
Oh, Delisa says hi, Gemma and Listra. So did you guys see them? Are they actually here?
I believe they are. Maybe they'll come to the panel. That'd be kind of nifty.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can drag those girls to the panel. Come on, girls, you can do it.
If you're here, that's nice. We haven't seen you for a while. We miss you.
And it looks like Karina's telling me to have a little more protein.
Does he need more protein? You think doesn't have enough?
Protein deprived?
Yeah, do you think so, Karina? Tell us why you think he's protein deprived. She may be wise and know your protein. I don't know. Could be.
All right. Many, many thanks to you. Give the greatest golden opportunity, Mr. Asher. That's from Rabindra Kumar Pradeep. Thank you, sir. And there's Frank Rowe in the house. Hello, Frank. And he'll be singing a tune for us a little bit later. It's now 8:38, and I think Lynn is being a posting fool right now, trying to bring a few more folks in. Oh, we're at 66 without a cow calf and a half. Well, let's do a cow calf and a half. What am I here? Ha, 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 cow calf and a half. Can we get a cow calf and a half at 65? 65, 65. Can we do 66? 66, double six. Can we do 66? Come on, now we can do 66. We just had 68. Come on, man. Let's go. All right. Karina's here. Surendra's here. Mariam is here. Delisa is here. And so on, and so on, and so on. Okay. Let's see who else we got. That's Ashraf is here.
Ashraf Ansari.
Ashraf Ansari.
Oh,
that's true.
Mariam is here. Hi, Mariam. Nice to have you here, Mariam. Thanks for stopping in.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it very much.
We miss you.
Yes, we do.
Who else is here? Cheryl Bess. Hi, Cheryl.
Cheryl Bess in the house.
And Karina says, I was talking about the ant. LOL. A little extra protein. Oh, I get it.
Oh. Very little extra and very little extra protein.
That's hilarious. It's funny.
You think that's funny?
Yes. Nice.
Gag me with a broom that just got out of the toilet if you think that's funny.
Hello to Syed. Wait, let me pause that chat. There, it's flying by. Hello to Syed Anwar. How are you, Syed? Nice to have you here with us. And hi to Surendra Sahu. Let's scroll up a bit. See who is here. Did I catch everybody?
I think you did.
Oh, boy.
We are all gaitered up, and now we're about half coffeeed up with our little ant friend here.
Pat Green is here. Hi, Pat. Nice to have you. Mel, of course, is always here. And Jillian, LOL, and so on, says Jillian.
That's what I'm talking about,
and
Jillian.
John says, I don't see Gemma or Lester in the chat. Yeah, I think that some people just they copy and paste their hello messages. I see that people do that all the time. They don't want to actually type anything out, so they use the same list all the time.
That's cool.
I see that. It's a way of typing lists. You know what I'm saying?
Well, all right. We're at 66. I think it may be time to get this community time kicked off. What do you think?
Okay.
We're talking tactful. We're talking what it takes to be tactful. Sometimes I'm not so tactful from what I'm told. So I'll do better.
It's okay. And here we go. This is the ticker message provided by Michael Chata. Thank you very much. He says, to be a panelist, click the speaker request icon. So we're going to enable that shortly. You're going to see it along the list of all your buttons on the bottom there. All you got to do is click on it, and it's a person with some wavy lines around the person's head. So that is the indication that you want to be a panelist on our community time panel. So all you got to do is click that. We'll see your request, and we will bring you to the panel. All righty?
All righty, daddy. Let's click on the bring attendees over, and let's see who's first. I have a feeling I know who it is. Probably JJB.
It is JJB Tin Man.
JJB, the Tin Man, also known as Baria Sir John.
Followed by Mohammed Ashraf Ansari. It was nice. He came to the camera last night and was in the picture. That's really nice. And we also have Pat Green coming back to the panel right now. And we got Melanie Marcano in Canada. We also have Deborah Long. She's going to be teaching us sign language
Deb, bring
tonight.
bring it.
She's teacher.
Debo.
She's teaching us sign.
All right, and there's some
Yay. Clapping.
and
death
here's
clap.
the Mad Hatter sign for R. Here's
The
the
letter
R, and we touch the hat. That makes it the Mad Hatter's hat.
That is my husband. And we got
What a whack job. Huh?
Don Sweetheart coming in.
All right, Don, bring it.
Cecil, who will be helping to teach signs too. Cecil, this is his sign name. C by the cap. C. Cecil. Deborah, I need to find out what your sign name is. If you told me, I forgot. Sorry. Tell me again. And we also have Manaj.
Manaj coming to the panel. All right, Manaj.
All right. Panel is filling up slowly. Come on down, you guys. Don't be shy. Click the speaker request button. Come on down. It's fun to be on the panel.
It is fun.
We got 67 folks here, and it would be nice to have like 20 folks on the panel. You know, just about less than a third of you could come down to the panel. That would be great.
And congregate along the Waterford crystal that we have hanging here at the palatial estate of RobLynn.
That's right.
Where did that come
Hi,
from?
Kushal Pegu. Kushal and Karina and Michael Chata, they help us greatly in the chat. You know, they greet people for us. I see Michael was helping, Kushal's helping. When Karina is out there, she's on YouTube. She's definitely helping greet. There she is. I see her greeting. Thanks, you three of you tonight. We're very, very helpful in the YouTube chat.
We appreciate that
and
very much.
John Barilla too. He was there saying hi to folks as well.
All right. Thank you, John. We'll be having a song from John and hopefully one from Frankie. And we got somebody wanting to come in. If you could let them in, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
That is
David Switzer. All right. The Kansas City Chiefs' favorite cheerleader, Mr. Switzer.
This is it. City.
Okay. Well, now I've got it down that Taylor Swift with her Swifties is somehow related to Travis Kelce, their boyfriend and girlfriend, or who knows what else. And I know they're going to be in attendance on Sunday. I think Taylor's not doing the show, but she'll probably be dancing in the press box or in the box where the family sits.
I see.
And it should be pretty warm there for the Super Bowl since they'll be indoors there. The guys will be in short sleeves, I'm sure, because that's what football players do. And tomorrow on, what do you call that? Straight Talk with Rob and Lynn and Ollie with today's news today, we'll be talking Football Friday. Oh, yeah. The Friday before the Super Bowl. We got plenty to tell you all about that with regard to security. Don't be bringing your drones in there because they've got radar and they can tell you, woo, John Doe is over here in this 13th seat from the side, 10 rows deep with a drone. Let's arrest that dude. And that's what they're going to do.
Oh, wow.
They said I listened to it this morning. They had Mayorkas from Homeland Security along with the FBI, Secret Service, and local authorities saying they are playing no games. So if you want to play games with them, have at it. But I don't think you're going to like the results.
Oh.
That's for sure. And that came directly from the sheriff of Las Vegas County.
And we have Ajmer coming in. Welcome, Ajmer. I think it's his first time coming to
All
the
right,
panel.
Aj. Glad you're here,
Welcome,
buddy.
Ajmer. And we're going to now show you the panel. Here we go to the gallery view. All right. Beautiful panel. Beautiful. Thank you for coming to the panel. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, all right. Who's got a Kansas City Chiefs hat on? Come on, man.
Oh, David.
Come on, man.
Let's see it.
Don't make me break out my Tampa Bay Buccaneers we're sitting at home hat. Don't make me do it. Don't you do it. All right, all right, all right. I think we're going to have a little fun tonight talking about how to be tactful. So far, I haven't been very tactful.
Here with David.
Go ahead, David. Bring it. Come on, bring it.
I'm ready. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Yeah.
Are you
Ready-
going to the game?
Ready to put the hammer down, Put the hammer down.
I'd say you got a hammer there between Kelsey and Mahomes and their running back. That's a trio right there that's going to be wrecking havoc with San Francisco. Now, San Francisco's defense is tough, but Kelsey runs a route like nobody else. You think he's going left and he's gone right, and the next thing you know, he's got the ball and he's in the end zone. So should be fun to watch. Supposedly there's going to be a lot of our Travis and
I'm not going to be able to help you. You know that.
why can't I remember her name? I listened to her songs.
Oh, Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
There's going to be Swifties dancing in the aisles tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like everywhere they went this week, they were a hit, Taylor and Travis. And that's good stuff. I'm all about that. That's good stuff. I'm glad to see it. The Super Bowl is not all business. It is a bit of fun. And I think they're getting, $180,000 for the winner and $89,000 or $90,000 for the loser. So it's not a bad afternoon's work. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, not bad.
Not at
Not
all.
too shabby. Wait a minute. We got another Kansas City hat there? Cecil, is that a Kansas City hat? No. Okay. Got it. All right. All right. All right.
Say, look. What is it? Kansas Athletics? No, Canada Athletics.
Oh, Canada Athletics. Not to be confused with the NFL. Now, my son had an opportunity when he got cut by the Tampa Bay Bucks to go play in
Hockey,
Canada.
Hockey, you say.
Hockey? All right. I'm all about hockey. Tampa
It's a-
Bay
it's
or
a-
at
it's a
Lightning.
game. The game is playing now. Boston now is playing now.
Boston's playing now. All right.
Boston, U.S. team, yeah.
Hey, there's Mr. Das. You see Mr. Das from India right here? There he is.
Hi, Mr.
Ajmer.
Das. Hi, Ajmer. Welcome. Your first time, right? First time.
Glad you're here, brother.
I hope it's not your last time, okay? Come to the panel more often.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Welcome.
Hello.
All right.
How
We're
are
glad
you?
you're here. You're going to have fun tonight. We're not done with you.
I'm fine. How are you, sir?
How are you?
We're good and getting better, brother. Good and getting better.
I am first time in your panel.
Yes, first time, yes.
All right. Well, thanks for coming, and we hope you'll come back time and time again. It's never boring.
Yes,
here.
sir. Okay, sir. I'm a big fan, sir.
What?
I hear you daily
Oh, he listens
on YouTube channel.
Oh,
Daily?
Really?
Daily, you don't miss RobLynn.
Daily,
You're a
sir.
RobLynnLiver. You're a RobLynnLiver. Woo, doggies! I love it.
Oh, yes.
Get over.
I'm your fan. Big fan, sir.
Big
Well, we
fan.
appreciate
Oh,
that.
Thank you,
We
Ajmer.
appreciate that.
You're quietly watching it. We don't see you making comments much.
You are both so cute, sir.
You're both so cute.
All right. Well,
Thank you.
thanks for that. And I think we better start talking about the topic a little, which is good. How to be, what it takes to be tactful. So let's take a look and see if we've got some hands out there in the peanut gallery
About the topic.
about the topic.
Hello.
Yes.
What it takes. Go ahead, sir.
Go ahead, Ajmer. You want to talk?
Hello, sir. I can't understand much more English.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Okay, I'll talk a little slower. I sometimes get carried away, Ajmer. So
I am only hear you.
All right.
Okay, we understand.
all right.
We're happy you're here.
Well,
Thank you.
let me turn you on to Miss.
I can't
Go ahead.
I can't speak English
Oh, we understand.
more.
You're doing a pretty good job there, I'd say, sir.
No problem.
All right. Well, thanks for being here. Hang out with us for a while. We're going to be here for a bit. I guarantee it. Let's go to Mel. Mel, help me out here, will you?
Sir,
Only if you're going to be tactful.
I am. Yes.
All right. I'm counting on you.
I am
Mel-
always
Mel-
tactful.
Mel is always tactful. I tell you, see it. True.
Okay. Oh yes. Exactly the point. We are tactful ambassadors anyhow, because we are all minority when it comes to God. Minority in the world, we are God's children in the whole world. So we are to be tactful. And in ONPASSIVE, we are tactful ambassadors. That's what we are, right? So we have to be conscientious. What do you say? Conscious? Help me out. There goes tactful. Conscious, yeah. Conscious and respectful of our, in the Bible it says brethren, our brothers and sisters. We are to be respectful, We are to actually pay a listening ear to them, because we are all together in this world. We are minorities when it comes to God, regardless what we think, right? So in this world, we are to be using that consciousness, and respect for all, If we are to be respected, we're supposed to give respect in all walks of life. It doesn't matter who we are, where we are, and do it with a little bit of grace. When we take our time to listen and we slow down and we give respect, we give that listening ear, but not just listening for them to be understood, right? And not listening as to be judgmental. So there is being tactful. It is being tactful because, like I said, we are all ambassadors in this world, and we are minorities when it comes to God's children. We are all.
Okie dokie.
So
Thank you.
that's what I wanted to say. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Mel. We appreciate that very much. And I don't see any other hands yet. Don't make me do
But
it.
I see some comments in the chat.
Oh, let's talk about the chat
Let's
then.
go to the chat. Angela Leland says, tactful to me means humility. You treat others the way you want to be treated. Hi, Ujjala Kumar.
The golden rule.
Yeah. And Jillian says, being tactful means having the knack for saying the right thing at the right time. And
True.
Karina wants to say to Mel, yes, Mel, we are all one. Thank you. You're doing a great job, Ajmer, says Karina, the gentleman that was just here that said he doesn't speak much English. I agree.
He did pretty good.
Yeah, he did really well. And we have Sadananda. He says, tips to tactful target. Stay tuned, keep patient, don't worry, go ahead, advice of our dream, ONPASSIVE, love ONPASSIVE. Thank you, Sadananda. And Jillian says, we're going to have everything all in-house very soon. Right. Let me scroll up a bit.
The flag is rolling.
Yeah. Oh, they're talking about weather, temperature. Okay, being tactful is an art, says Jillian. And Kushal says, thank you very much, Lynn Nakamoto, for your acknowledgement and regards to us. Yes, we do thank our moderators who work so hard in our YouTube live chat. We appreciate what you do. And you guys block the trolls and all of that for us. I never have to worry because we have you guys all there working for us. John, Kushal, Karina, Michael Chata. There's a few more of our moderators, but always there for us. Thank you so much. Oh, we have someone wanting to come into the panel, and that is Greg Lakin.
Greg Lakin, come on aboard, brother.
He's coming. We're glad you made it tonight. Wonderful.
All right, all right, all right. Do we see any other hands?
No other hands.
Okay.
Oh, Charlie Ellis is here. Maybe he's going to come to the
Oh,
panel.
Charlie, come on down, brother. Come on to the panel.
And Miriam says, being tactful shouldn't depend on your situation. Let's give it to all. That's a nice way of putting it. Chick Bodie is here saying, hello, everyone. Hello, RobLynn. I am late coming home tonight, but I'm here. Join us on the panel if you'd like to.
Love to see you.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Yes,
We got
yes.
one coming onto the panel right now.
Yeah, so cute. Charlie Ellis says, hello, my ONPASSIVE family. I made it. I am live.
Live from Mississippi.
And Greg Lakin says, I'm back after getting kicked out.
All right.
Persistence is a virtue, Greg. You came back. Good for you. And hello, Ujala Kumar Das. He says, hi to everyone.
All right, let's see who wants to come aboard.
Oh, another one coming down. That is now, let me look. It is Charlie Ellis.
All right, Charlie Ellis. Bo is in the house. All right,
Right.
Bo, bring it, brother.
And we have, okay. Clover says, being tactful is just doing what is right. All right. Anybody else have comments on the panel? You have any comments about the topic, what it takes to be tactful? You might have examples of people being tactful or people who weren't tactful and the consequences of such.
Let's go to Ohio and let's go to Double D. Go ahead, Double D.
How to be tactful. I mean, I can sum it up, at least in my mind, in one word. It's basically discretion. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them, basically, whether you're talking to somebody or dancing with somebody or whatever. But you got to use discretion generally in what you do. So I think Rob and I both learned that in the military. Yeah, you just got to know what you're saying and when to say it. So there's no question about it. In my own home here, as far as sports, for example, with Dawn, she's a big Detroit Lions football fan. On the other side of the coin, I'm a Cleveland Browns football fan. So we have our differences there. And, she's Detroit Tigers. I like Cincinnati Reds. And
I like Cincinnati.
Cleveland Indians used to be the Indians. But anyway, there's discretion there. You got to be able to get along with your differences, in other words. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So, but I also agree with what Melanie said. She's absolutely right. We're all basically one big family. So that's a good point, Melanie. Thank you.
It is. Dawn, did you want to hop on board with something? Go ahead.
Well, to be tactful too, you really got to know what you're talking about. I mean, so you can explain or talk to people so they understand what you're talking about. But I mean, sometimes I'm talking in circles, so sometimes maybe I'm not that tactful. But
You can't admit that. Don't be admitting that.
yeah, I live with a Buckeye,
Well, there you go.
That's really hard.
There you have it. Oh my goodness
That's being
gracious.
tactful.
Thanks.
Frank Rose says, being tactful is being careful not to offend or upset other people. And Juliana Mbambo in the chat is saying it means being considerate. We love how the folks in the chat are chiming in and participating. This is really great.
That's true. We love our chatters for sure here. Let's see, what time is it now? It's just 9:00. Oh, we're just getting this sucker kicked off here.
Yeah.
Do we want to go to a little sign or do we want to hold off on the sign?
Anybody else want to talk about the topic? No? Being tactful or being not tactful. Either way you can talk about that topic. No? Okay, let's go to sign language then. So we're gonna do the teaching sign language now. And we'll start with Cecil, and then we'll go to Deborah.
All right.
What's your sign name, Deborah? Either DL or shake the D. DL or shake the D. Okay, thank you, thank you. All right, so we'll start with Cecil, and then we'll go to Deborah. Okay. I think what we'll do is we'll do side view, so you can be in the big square when you're teaching signs. People can see. We will see how that goes. Okay, and then we'll do the side view, and then we'll do the big gallery view. Okay, so we'll start with Cecil side view. Okay.
All right.
Hello. Hello.
Wait, one second, one second. Okay, go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, clap or talk.
Hello. Go ahead.
Hello.
Are you gonna talk because there's no sound? People won't know what you're saying. I can interpret, but the camera will look at me, not look at you, Cecil. So if you can you use voice to say the words before you teach them? Might help people to understand you better. Try.
Hello. Window. 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 Curry. 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 This. Done. Done. Move. 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 Now. 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 Wait. Wait. Grow. Grow. Tucker. 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 Win. Win. War. 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 Hurt. 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 Hurt.
All right.
Okay, now we're gonna do gallery view, and you can say again, and I will voice for you. Okay, Cecil will repeat again. Gallery view. Hold 1 second. Okay, teach again.
Hello?
Voice.
Hello?
I'll voice for you. Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
We'll keep it gallery like now. Fine.
Okay.
Go ahead and teach again. Go ahead.
Window?
Window. Window.
Open curtain.
Open the curtains.
Curtain.
Curtains open.
Teeth. Done.
See sun. S-U-N. The sun.
Move.
Moon. Moon.
Now.
Clouds.
Now.
Clouds.
Clouds.
Ray.
Rain.
Ray. Grow.
Snow.
Grow. Tucker. Now.
Thunder. Cloud.
Now.
Thunder. Cloud. Thunder.
Tucker. Wind.
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 Wind. Wind.
Wind.
Wind.
War.
World.
War.
World.
War. Earth.
Earth, oh, Earth.
Earth.
EARTH, Earth,
Earth.
Earth.
Hey.
Yay! Thank you. Good job. All right, so now we go on to Deborah with a side view first. Okay, let's go to side
Well.
view.
Somebody comes in.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Walk in now.
Okay. We're going to do some of the business again. I've been finding more. We'll do verification. Verification. You hold out the verification. It's process. 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 Migration. Put together. Migration. Like an OES. Migration. Finish. Finish my job. Finish. Wait. Wait. We're waiting for ad to be, but we have to be patient. 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 Want to review or wait for the full gallery? Okay, there we go. Ready for review? Let's see how well you remember. Okay, verification. Verification.
verification.
Process. Process.
Process.
Migration.
Migration.
Migration. Mr. Come on.
Migration.
Blend in. Migration.
Migration.
Where am I now? Finish.
Finish.
All done.
Finish. All done.
Wait.
Wait.
Wait. And patient.
Patient.
Patient. That's it.
Yay. Good job. Good job.
All right, we're getting more and more vocabulary here.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
All right. Well,
Nobody's wanting to talk.
nobody wants to talk about being tactful. Then I guess I'm going to be the one to talk about being tactful. Way back when, I got a story to tell you. Prior to me going in the military. Oh, yeah. I thought I was something special. I was in junior college. They used to call it wasn't community college then. It was called junior college. Well, I was failing, that's with an F. That's right, F, failing, college algebra. Big time. Well, this little pipsqueak of a college professor who was like 5'1" and came up to my belly button, decided he would tell me that I wasn't trying hard enough. What do you mean I wasn't trying hard enough? Well, I wasn't very tactful back in those days. I was a little crabby. My parents had moved me around 4 times in 12, 14 years due to my dad being with the Schlitzberries. So this little guy says to me, I'm not trying hard enough. Well, I wasn't very tactful. I said, you know what, Professor? Oh, I remember his name like it's yesterday. Oh, my goodness gracious. John Darby, Mr. Darby, Professor Darby, little guy with white hair. I said to Mr. Darby, you know, sir, I'm out of here. Bye-bye. So that was my not being tactful to this guy. He was very respectful to me, although he was telling me I wasn't trying hard enough. But I said, bye-bye, and that was it. I walked out of his classroom, didn't pass go, certainly didn't collect 200. In fact, I lost about 700 in my tuition for walking out. But I walked out of the school, didn't come back for quite a while. and join the military. We'll talk about getting some tactfulness. I got taught some tactfulness once I hit basic training. I enlisted, and I got some tactfulness. And to this day, I've thought back about Mr. Darby and how I was rude, crude, and socially unacceptable to the guy. But within months, I had my ducks in a row, and I understood what it means to be genuine with people, be tactful with people. You don't have to be nasty to somebody if you don't like them. Just tolerate them. Just show them the same courtesy that you'd want them to show you. And it goes right back to the golden rule. And I hadn't learned that as a 19-year-old smartass, quote unquote. That's quote unquote. I didn't say it. I put parentheses around it.
Yeah.
I just wasn't very tactful. But the military taught me what it was to show some tactfulness. Yeah, no doubt about it. And I'm grateful for that. I'm very grateful for that. And I look back on that in 1967 when I thought I was the hottest thing to hit the streets. Oh, Mr. Romeo here. And oh, Mr. Darby telling me I just wasn't trying hard enough. And you know what? He was right. I hated algebra, college algebra. I hated that course. And it made me think, and I wasn't ready to think. I was 18 years old and I thought I knew it all. And I didn't want to have to think. So looking back on all that, when I got out of the military, I went back to St. Pete Junior College. It was still called St. Pete Junior College. And I totally stayed away from college algebra. I took basic arithmetic and had this nice lady that taught basic arithmetic. And I just sailed right through that course. But I had learned to be tactful and to be nice. And if I owe more than one, if I owe at least one thing to the United States Air Force, it's had to show a little tactfulness. So I'm grateful for that.
That's good.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Well, that really stimulated the crowd. Let's see. Let's go to, it looks like Mel has something to say. Go ahead, Mel. Stimulate me, will you?
Rob, what you said is true, but you know what? I'm thinking again. I'll take back a little bit of the tactfulness thing, because there are times you're being tactful, you're being respectful, and people step on you. So what do? I'm being real. When you're being tactful in the most graceful way, we are not angels, right? None of us. But I'm just saying, if you're being nice, tactful, you're being respectful, you're being but then somebody sees that and they think that you're probably a softie and they step on you. Do you continue being so tactful? Very.
Good question.
Do you continue being the tactful person? I'm saying what I'm living sometimes, especially at work. I have to admit. So do you always have to be that graceful, nice? Honestly, I need some help here. I know tactfulness is being respectful, but what about the other side? If you don't get that, what do you do? I need an answer.
Well,
We'll see what people say to that.
yeah, we'll see what everybody has to say. Let's go to Charlie Ellis, who's buffering. Can you unmute if nothing else, Charlie? Out there in South Haven. Come in, please.
Yes, sir. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I'd like to put a little input on your last comment, Melanie. I think it's important to, I experience it a lot with my work facility. I was working with a pre-release program. So therefore you have guys, gentlemen that is on their way out from pre-release in prison. So they trying to reintegrate into the system. So therefore I'm working with about 44 gentlemen I just don't like to use the term inmates because they are trying to rehabilitate themselves. So I look at them as young men, and like I said, I had 45 different personalities, and I've seen them curse and carry on, fight, and I think my job pretty much was to hear them. I mean, they even cursed me, but I think it's important to keep your composure, not take a side. I think they want to be heard, man. You know, and I think you could get a good or create a good impression on them by hearing them and saying good things. And in most cases, with my guys, they just need a hug, you know, and want to be heard. So I think it's important to keep your composure. I mean, that's important. I don't think it would look good if you just like respond back. So therefore, I think you wouldn't be if I'm saying it right, a tactful, in a sense. But yeah, I think it's important to keep your composure in any situation because I look at myself as a mentor to them, and I know they look up to me. So, you know, I mean that's what I wanted to say about it.
Thank you, Bo. We appreciate that, Charlie. I'd like to go to the chat if I may. Let's see. Let's go to sunny Singapore, and I believe it was Miss Koo.
Yes.
Oh, Miss Sharon Koo. She says, Mel, what I did, I approached at this colleague and tell him or her in a gentle way, what you said or did is not appropriate, uncalled for, and hope you will stop here. Thank you. Well, that's a kind of a mild approach that likely would work. It wouldn't have worked on me when I was 20, but maybe as I've gotten older, it'll certainly work because I've certainly toned things down a bit. Let's go back to Ohio and let's get a glimpse of what's going on in Ohio. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Rob, about the military. You learn TAC in the first 6 to 8 weeks of boot camp, so you learn. It's kind of pounded into you, so to speak. But going back to what Melanie said, I would think at least how I would handle it is that you just be nice anyway, even if they're not. So that's the way I would try to handle it. But it's like Charlie said, composure. I think that's the word. That's a good word, Charlie, by the way. You keep your composure no matter the circumstances as much as humanly possible. And I know there are times sometimes that you can't, but majority of the time, keep your composure and do the right thing, and everything will seem to work out. So appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, sir. Now, do I call you Colonel now? Are you Colonel McConaughey?
No, I was like you, Rob. I was NCO. We're the backbone of the military, no matter what branch. It's the NCOs that run things. Those officers are just glorified privates in my mind. So
let's have a disclaimer here. As someone that was supposed to go to OCS, I agree with you 100%. I got hurt in Laos, and that was the end of it. I was 2 weeks away from going to officer candidate school. But good things happen. Things like that happen for a reason, and you know, we're all worked out in the end, and that's all I care about. And that's all.
Yeah, my niece was military also. She attained the rank of captain, so I kind of got a good insight of what they go through.
Yep, that's for sure. All right. And they're supposed to learn TAC the first week they go to OCS, from what I'm told. Some of them weren't very tactful, if I remember. Let's go to Pat Green before I get in any more trouble here, Pat. Go ahead, Dorothy.
Hello, everybody. In my job, I run into all sorts of different scenarios. about 99% of the people I talk to are really nice. And you can push me a ways, I go so far and then I've had enough. And you got to go a ways to get there, and I'm like, number one, I don't want to argue with you. I've got a life, I've got things I want to do. You want to argue, sorry. I mean, I can't change some things myself. And, um, and I want to help you. That's what I'm here for. But like I said, there's also a point where if people get disrespectful, you just got to say that's enough. I mean, I had I had a lady the other day tell me what I could do with what she needed done, which wasn't very nice. and I'm like, okay.
Well, she
And I
wasn't
had
very tactful.
yeah. And I had a man say to me one day, he says, I'll talk to you any way I want to. I said, not for long. Click.
Now that's being tactful right there. That's
You
taking
can
the
talk
bull
to
by
the
the
hand, Bye-bye. But like I said, you got to push me a ways, for me to get to that point. Once I'm there, I'm there. I still try to be nice, but there comes a time where there's a point of, I want to help you and I'm willing to do that. And I'm here to really help you. That's my nature. That's what I want to do. But I'm not your carpet. If you want something to walk on, buy one.
Ooh, that's being tactful. Oh,
But,
my goodness.
like I said, you got to push me a ways for me to get to that point. So I've in about 10 years, I think I've hung up on about 4 people. So, and they just went beyond what was necessary. But like I said, most of the people I talk to, about 99.9% of the people I talk to are really nice, which is a blessing in what I do because I'm on the phones all the time talking to a lot of different people and a lot of different personalities. So that can be interesting sometimes. But, and I try to look at the good instead of the bad. Yes, they're out there, but um, most of the people, I talk to people that just don't have anybody left to talk to sometimes, they're just lonely and they just want somebody to talk to. And so I'll listen to them and I'll visit with them some, talk to them some and hear the stories, and of course I try to stay on the subject of, the reason they called, but and I try to be polite too, and listen to them because it, some people, when they get to be a certain age, they don't have anybody to talk to. They don't have any family members left. They don't have any friends left because all of them are gone or, they have their own lives or whatever. So I try to listen to them and I try to encourage them. And I'll give you one example. I was talking to a woman one day who she just, she had a hard time comprehending things, is what she told me. So when I talked to her, I had to talk to her like, I am willing to help you, that kind of thing. The same morning that I got that call, I was headed down, I was going to work. I was going 55 miles an hour, and there was an intersection there, and there was a huge tractor in that he was on a side street there. He saw the car before me, but he didn't see me. And he pulled out in front of me. And I'm like, this is not my heart was pounding. This huge tractor was in front of me. I swore part of my car went underneath that tractor. It was that big. And I pulled over after the episode and I had to calm down, because I don't look good in heavy metal, no matter what form it is. And I thought, when I got there and I was visiting with this lady and I was helping her, I thought, this is a piece of cake compared to going underneath a tractor going 55 miles an hour. It was one of those huge farm tractors, So this was nothing. So,
Wow.
I went through the call and took the time and answered her questions and helped her out and felt really good about doing it, you know? And sometimes I guess you just got to look at sometimes things happen in life and you know, you can be thankful that you went through it and you can appreciate other people too at the same time and what they're going through. So that's my story. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking because I don't want to take up the whole night.
Sounds like you're sticking to it. Let's go over to Jigbodi. Mr. Boney, what's shaking in your neighborhood of Colorado? Go ahead. Go ahead and unmute, please.
Okay.
There you go.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
It's so nice to see everybody, each and every one of you again. And talking about being thankful, it's a way of responding with diplomacy and grace, being able to deliver a difficult message in a way that considers other people's feelings and to preserve relationship. It encompasses emotional intelligence, discretion, compassion, honesty, and courtesy. Now, growing up from in Africa, there is something that is very tactful here, is that every baby here is cute. In Africa, every baby is not cute. When the baby is ugly, we can say it. We can tell the mother that your baby looks ugly. And also, I had the opportunity to teach back home, to teach Peace Corps volunteers. And I remember when they bring their works and we have to grade them, they tell us that you have to say, oh, you did it good, but you should do this and you should do that and you should do that. It's like you don't say it the way we have to say it. We in Africa, we say it the way we see it, but you have to first encourage them that you did good, but it's in the but that you can say what you see that is not good. So that one too is a way of being tactful, because if it was for me alone, I would just tell you what you did wrong without telling you what you did bad. But that taught me how to be considerate of people, recognize what they did good, and then bringing up what needs to be improved on. So that's what I want to talk about in this tonight. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Wow. Now you're getting me all fired up here. Are we going back to Ohio, then Mel, then Miriam? Is that the order? Am I close?
Oh, who is next? Just wave. Whoever
I
was.
think I was.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, Dawn, bring it. Bring it.
I
bring
just, with my experience of children and having to be tactful with them, raising them, and it was always quite interesting because they thought I was being mean, a mean mom. But you know, I have certain rules. This is how we're going to do it, and this is how it is. And I can remember with my oldest daughter, she was such a handful for me, and I said, someday you're going to understand what I'm going through. Well, a couple of years ago, I got a call from her. She was crying, and she was having words with her 12-year-old son, and he was being nasty, and she's apologizing to me. Like, Mom, I'm so sorry how I treated you and how I talked to you, and I should have understood you better, and on, because her son was doing to her what she was doing to me. And I'm going silently, yay, you know, finally she knows what it's like, how it's supposed to be and how it was. And she learned, but that was quite a lesson for her to know what it's like being a mom and being tactful, and this is how it is. And so I was glad to see it kind of reversed to her. She knew what it was like.
Well, you know, I've said it more than once here on community chat, community time, and I believe this. It's happened to me with 6 kids and 10 grandkids, that my kids have come to me and said, you know, Dad, I'm saying the same, and they don't use stuff, they use the other words, stuff to my kids that you said to us. And you know what, Dad, you were right 40 years ago. Well, darn, that's good to hear. 47 years to tell me that. Thank you.
We knew what we were doing.
May I ask what part of Ohio you live at?
Go ahead. You tell
We live in Pataskala. We're about 20 miles east of Columbus.
I was born and raised in Alliance, Ohio.
Alliance, okay, that's up north. Okay, yeah, we know where it's at. Absolutely.
I'm not from Ohio. I'm kind of a transplant. But I'm from Michigan.
I'm from Ohio here, so I know exactly where Alliance is at.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Dawn. That stimulated me to say what I said. And I believe that your kids, if any of you have kids, and I know most of you do, many of you do, they're going to say the exact same thing to their kids that you said to them. And that's the total payback for being a parent after 25, 30 years, is hearing them say that.
That's true.
So at any rate,
Wow.
is it Mel and Miriam or Miriam and Mel? You're going to have to straighten me out on that.
Whoever's
Who's
next, unmute. You guys know the order.
All right. You threw the ball to me, didn't you, Mel? Thank you.
It was Marion, I believe.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, Marianne.
Welcome. Go ahead. Talk to us.
Okay. All right. Well, what I'm thinking is a lot of people don't like to talk about this because sometimes being tactful means being in the middle, being in the moment, you know, when there's something going on and you're now thinking about being tactful. The other person's not thinking about being tactful, and that's probably when we need to be thinking about it. So we almost have to train ourselves to be that way. So when situations come up unexpectedly, we can be tactful without always having to think, why did I react like that? Or why did I say this instead of that? But it's almost like a learned skill, because without the skill, how are you going to be able to do that? I work at Walmart, okay? I'm a cashier. I deal with people face to face every single day. And one of the rules that they have where I work is no confrontation. No matter what they say, you say nothing. I've been told off. One person, he was being nice and he was filling up this man's electric cart because the man couldn't. The man yelled at him because he didn't like where he put his eggs. Okay? I can't tell you the name he called him because it was terrible. He couldn't say anything. We put up with a lot and we cannot say anything. There's no being tactful. It's just be completely silent. You know, we see all kinds of stuff. We hear all kinds of stuff. There's people that make other associates cry. They're so mean. But there's nothing anybody can do because we are not allowed to speak a word. We cannot say anything back to them. But I thank God that I have a lot of nice people. And like Pat, there's a lot of people that don't have anybody, that, maybe their spouse just passed away. And I get to talk with them, I get to laugh with them, and I enjoy them. And that's what I look for. But yes, being tactful is definitely a skill that we all need to work at.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Miriam. We appreciate that. Speaking of Walmart, and I'll make this brief, Mel, I had to call Walmart because I had a question about electronics that I had picked up there, an Apple product. I called in, I would say, a dozen times, and each of those dozen times, customer service hung the phone up. They pick it up and they hang it up. That's not being tactful. So when I finally got a hold of somebody, I went to the store and I, in a nice way, I wasn't so nice. I confronted the store manager and I said, I only live a mile from here, and I could have walked up here, but I figured I better get up here right away because you folks are hanging up the phone. Customer service is hanging up the phone every time someone calls in, especially me. They must have known it was me somehow with caller ID, and I hadn't even said a word. And he said, well, we're not told to do that, to be honest, and I'll have a word with them. And he was very nice about it. He, like you say, Miriam, he didn't confront me. He didn't say anything negative. He didn't say it's your fault, sir, you're not being nice. He just said, I'll deal with the situation, and I guess he did.
Yeah.
But I had a hard time
They're never supposed to hang up on you. Never.
Oh, but they do.
Yeah, they do. It has happened to me too. Even in Hawaii, when I lived there, they hang up on you. I guess they get overwhelmed. They say, heck with that. The phone ringing, they just hang up.
A lot of times the phone rings and customer service is really busy and the phone just has to ring because there's not enough people back there to wait on the people and answer the phone. So the phone just has to ring.
Right.
So that happens a lot too.
I'm sure it does. Well, let's go. I think we're going to Mel, then we're going to LaToya. And let's go. Go ahead, Mel.
I purposely asked that question to get feedback. I thought I was being soft, but I'm not. Okay, so I always tell people if I don't know how to be tactful, I would not have been in a job for over 21 years, plus other jobs that I was in for a while. So I'm pretty sure I'm tactful. I purposely asked us that question, so I got good feedback from Don, the DL, and Marianne as well, and Pat, and even Rob. So thank you very much, because sometimes when you stay quiet, people think you're soft. That's the reason why I asked.
Yeah.
So I was smiling because exactly the answer that I wanted, I got it from you all. So thank you.
It takes a lot of strength to be quiet.
Yes, and how I train myself for me to ignore and move on is I remind myself and I talk to myself. Self-talk is a good thing. So in between the calls, like when they're getting uptight, I know it's not me they're taking it on. I learned that in customer service. And I remind myself, I say, Mel, just shake it out. Mel, I talk like secretly to myself, shake it off. Or I listen to music to just ward it off. And then I'll stay quiet and I let them like just run on, vent. And then they said, are you there, ma'am? Are you there? I said, no, I'm here. I'm here to help you. Said, thank you. And then all of a sudden you hear some people would cry. I'm so sorry. It's not, I'm having a rough day. I know that it wasn't me they were taking it on. So then we have a conversation. And then at the end, they said, thank you for being so patient. God bless you. So I love to hear that. And that gives me more hope of being tactful. It causes me to be more tactful every day. at my job, and not only at my job, when I meet others, right? So I ward off certain things that are not even important. Like I keep saying, that's caca, as what's her name, Susie McCray says all the time. So yes, thank you, and even I forgot Charlie. Thank you all for giving feedback. I understand. Thank you.
Well, I want to say you were very tactful when you said even Rob. I mean, that was very tactful. You could have left me out of the equation totally and didn't. So thank you. I appreciate it. Just kidding. All right. Let's see. I think it's Latoya and then Jig Bodie. So let's do it. Let's do it, Latoya. What's happening in your neighborhood?
Can y'all hear me? I'm on my laptop.
Yeah, we hear you well.
Okay, great. So thanks, Rob. Everything's going good my way. I wanted to add another term to the conversation. It means the same as being tactful. It's the word assertive. So as a therapist, I, help people with good ways to communicate. And there's, let me think, 4 ways that we commonly discuss the way that people communicate. So there's assertive communication, which I looked it up just to be sure I had the right thought about it. But it's basically being able to communicate with confidence. Okay, so you have your assertive communication. So that's tactful. That's what we're talking about. And a lot of people feel strange when they are assertive or tactful because sometimes being confident looks like arrogance, but it's really not. It's like, you can't talk to me that way. And I think that's one of the reasons why some people let like rude behavior go, go on nobody says anything about it, being rude or somebody being rude to you, because maybe we feel like we're being arrogant if we speak up, but we're really not. We're just being confident in our way we're communicating, say, hey, I don't appreciate you saying that, or, I don't agree with you, so I think maybe this conversation's over. So assertive and tactful is the route to go, but just the ways that people communicate that are not helpful, just to know the other side of it. The 3 other ways is passive communication. So somebody who doesn't really speak up for themselves at all, or if they do speak up, they're very timid about it. And so maybe people don't really take them seriously. So they don't get, what they trying to communicate because they haven't put the confidence behind it. And then there's aggressive communication, right? And we all kind of know what that might look like. And, that's also not a good way to communicate because people see the aggression versus, hearing what you're trying to say. They see that you're mad or annoyed or what have you. So aggressive communication, and then passive aggressive communication. It's always been hard for me to give a good example of what that looks like, but I guess it's a mixture of being passive and aggressive. So you don't speak up for yourself and then you act annoyed about it. So, passive aggressive. So being assertive is the way to go, and keep doing it. Keep speaking up for yourself, keep, asserting your opinion, as long as it's not doing anything to damage anyone. But tactfulness and being assertive is very good. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was
Thank you very much, Latoya.
All right. Thank you. And let's go back to Jig Bodie, if we may, please. Did I get that right?
Jig Bodie.
All right. Unmute if you would, madam.
Is she on here? Oh, there she is. Yeah.
She's right square in the middle.
She appears to be frozen. Oh, no, she's moving. Good. Go ahead and click the unmute button. If you can't unmute, click refresh. That might help you. Refresh.
Are you able to unmute, Jig Bodie?
Oh.
If not, we can come back to you.
Refresh.
Yeah, maybe refresh, go away, come back. do the old refresh thing. You know, the button at the top.
Yeah. So
There
she's
you go. She'll be back. And let's go over to Greg Hill. Go ahead, Greg.
Hi, Greg. You can unmute. He says, I thought I did.
There we go.
There you go.
Sometimes I'm not sure if I should use the small picture unmute or the one below. I don't know which one works the best.
Fine. They're the same.
Hello, everybody here. I'm just listening to the conversation, and communication is the key. Is one of my famous words that I would say when I'm working with other people, and I work with many people at a lot of different companies and different people who hold different positions, and I try to treat everybody the same. One of the key things that I've learned over the years when speaking with people is exactly that: to and with. Those two words can change a lot of things. Basically, I don't speak to people. A lot of people, most people don't even realize that I'm going to call and speak to this person. That means that you're taking a stance of being, I look at it as on a different level. But what I look at as speaking with somebody is meaning that you're willing to communicate on an equal level. So I try to think about my speaking when I'm speaking with other people, in my communication and my skills of how I'm approaching them in a tactful manner. And I think a good way to start is to speak with somebody and not to somebody. When you're talking with somebody on the phone, it's also a different feeling than talking, of course, with somebody in person. So you use a different tactics. Body language, of course, comes into that play, which it doesn't come into play when you're speaking on a telephone. It does kind of come into play when we are here at OConnect. We can be seen, so we're using our communication skills in a different manner also. So, but anyway, I'll make it short. It's been a long day. I'm really tired. I just wanted to say I love you all, everybody who's here. There's some new faces here. It's so nice to see. I like to see Zig Bodie, and I don't know Miriam, but I want to say hello, and I always like to greet the people I haven't met before. And also David Schweitzer. I don't think I've met you before, sir, but I believe I've heard your name before. And just thankful for everybody who is here, and also those in the behind the back office. I'm enjoying my time together with this very, very special family. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm muted again. Man, oh man. I got to get my own unmute button. I don't have my very own unmute button. At some point, I'm going to talk to the management here. See if I can get my very own unmute button. We'll see. We'll see how that works. Now, two things. Number one, we'd like to do a picture because there's a nice 16 group here.
Even.
Sweet 16, I should say. Right. Family.
So maybe we can have one with you guys with one of the signs you learned tonight. What were the signs? You guys remember some of the signs? Patience. Good, Marion. Patience. What else did we learn? Patience. And what else? So get some ideas. Oh, window. Rain and
snow.
Moon, sun, migration from
migration without hesitation.
Patience. So be signing one of those signs, any sign that you learned from this thing today, and then we're going to take a picture. Are you guys ready?
No, but first we'd like to say thank you to Francis Tay for a super sticker he gave us an hour or so ago, and I was remiss, and now
Thank
I'm
you.
feeling remorseful. So I figured I better say something. So thank you, Francis.
Thank you, Francis.
We appreciate you, brother. Thank you from our
Appreciate
heart to yours.
Yep.
Appreciate that. All right, now it's time for that famous Sweet 16.
So my husband will count 1, 2, 3, and we will take the shot with your hand.
I got to count to 3.
Yeah, so show it visually. So
I'm going to try.
Deborah can
I'll
see.
try. All right, here we go. On the
Ready?
count of 3, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3.
Okay, let's see if everybody's.
Oh yeah, everybody had something going on there.
Nice.
Woo! Hey, there's Greg with amen. See, I remember from last night. Amen.
Very good.
Amen. 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 All right.
So good.
That was
guys.
very nice. Thank you for doing
So
that.
beautiful.
Before we go anywhere else, Jigbodi, did you want to try to unmute again? Miss Jigbodi?
Yeah.
Oh,
Now I'm unmuted now.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, you're welcome to say what you had on your mind. See, I don't forget. I look old.
I wanted to say one day I wasn't being nice at all, and I was going to travel to Africa, and I went all the way to the airport, and then they say my flight was canceled. They didn't let me know. So when I took the phone, I was very upset. And I was like, I don't know how I was talking. So my son, my 20 years old son, took the phone from me and talked to the person, and then came back to me and said, Mom, please, that person on the other side of the phone is just somebody that is working. Why are you being like that? And he taught me a lesson, because I wasn't thinking about that. The person on the other side didn't even know what was going on. I was like taking my frustration up on somebody that wasn't even the cause of what happened to me. So sometimes we just have to think about the person we are talking to, and being considerate to the person. My son taught me that lesson, and I will never forget it. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Well, I hate to back you up, and I'm not muted. I hate to back you up on that, but every day when I'm in the same household with Miss Nakamoto, this one over here, if I get on the phone with someone in customer service and I start to raise my voice, which I have been known to do, which isn't very tactful, Lynn will say, you know, that person's got no idea who you are, what you're all about, what the hell you're talking about, so shush up. So that kind of brings my reins in.
I just say, I don't say it that way. I just tell them that their customer service, you know what I mean? And they're not the cause of the problem, and they are working for the company. So it's not like you can't really blame them for what's happening. That's my whole point. Just like, you know, Pat Green and Mel both have similar jobs where they have to be on the phone for their entire shift, listening to people, most of whom have a concern or a complaint. So it's kind of wearing on them, you know, day after day of having a job. It's pretty much stressful because you can't really say what's on your mind. You have to represent the company and follow its policies. So I just empathize with those people who are with customer service of all the angst and the anger that they have to listen to all day, and it must be tough on them. I just think it's a hard job to have.
All right, I'll go on record. I'll do better. I promise. Honest engine.
No, you have been doing better.
Well, thank you.
Big time.
Whoa.
Way better. I think so.
All right. Where are we going next?
Okay, so who was just speaking just now?
I was
No,
actually.
before, who was it? Mel, it was Mel, right?
No, it was actually like Jig Bodie.
Jig Bodie. Okay, so now we got Latoya, Pat, Don, and Melanie. Who was first, you guys? I think it was Latoya.
Latoya.
Right?
All right,
Latoya.
go ahead, Miss Francis.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you. Oh, I'm the other Francis. Did you hear?
Oh, because you're
Francis Tay called me the other Francis. So
Okay, other Francis, bring it. We want to hear from
we
you.
rarely get you on video, so we're gonna take another picture because Charlie Ellis was just here. What happened to Charlie? He came on camera.
Charlie, you can't go to the
on,
bathroom when
Charlie.
you come to RobLynn Live.
Mohammed Ashraf too.
There's Charlie.
Yeah, all right. And Mohammed Ashraf, you want to be in the picture?
Mr.
Come on
Ashraf,
camera.
come on, Ansari, let's go.
He makes me smile whenever he comes on camera.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a sweetheart. So anyway, last chance, Mohammed, turn your camera on if you want to be in the picture. Okay, let's take another one because we got Latoya and we got Charlie in here. This is really nice. Manaj too, you want to be on camera?
Let's go, Manaj, bring it.
Bring on your camera. All right? Are you guys ready? My husband will count to 3 with his hands.
All right, on the count of 3. 1 and a 2, as Lawrence Welch
You
said.
got to be in the frame so they see you. Higher up. There you go.
1,
Get ready.
2, 3.
Oh, the sparklers came up. Oh, good. Okay, I'm looking.
Oh, we got an Andy Burks.
Very nice.
We got an I. We got an Andy Burks. We got a couple of I love yous and some peace signs. Not too
shabby. And that will go in our messenger group, our RobLynnLive messenger group for sure. All right. Thank you, you guys.
So real quick, I just wanted to say, Greg must have been spying on me because I have just had that very conversation with my daughter specifically, my 6-year-old, but my kids in general about talking to somebody or talking with them. So my daughter, actually, I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, takes after her dad. Sorry about that. But very not an assertive communicator, does things the other way. And so I found that my daughter, she's not only talking to people, she's talking at you. Like you can't get away from her talking to you. So I actually had to tell her, you're talking at me. You need to either be talking with me or this is not a conversation that we need to have. And that has actually worked out fantastic. So thanks, Greg. I mean, yeah, you brought it up and I can tell you 100% when you think about the way that other person is how you're receiving the communication. Do I feel talked like I'm being talked with, talked to, or talked at? You know, and if you feel you're being talked to in those ways that don't feel good, I think it's good to say, hey, I don't feel like you're talking with me right now. And, you know, maybe go from there. So thanks, Greg.
All right.
Thank you, Latoya. You know, Jean Oliva was saying that she's not able to see everyone right on the panel. We know this. The attendees see a maximum of 10 people on the panel on this version of OConnect. And we're getting the new version soon. So everybody has to kind of bear with us. But she suggested that I pin. And if I pin the active speaker, that speaker may show up. So I just pinned Latoya, and I see that Latoya is in view on the attendees'
good
view from the attendees' perspective, I believe.
Sweet.
So we're gonna try pinning and unpinning when they're done. So now that Latoya is done, I will unpin, and now whoever's gonna come next, I'm gonna pin.
All right.
Who is next?
Oh, you're asking me.
Okay, who's next? Is it Pat, Don, or Mel? Just
Don.
I think it was me.
Okay, all right.
Go ahead, Don.
No, I won't keep you very long because I know others want to talk. But my oldest daughter, she worked for Delta Airlines for 17 years or so at O'Hare. And some of the stories that she told me of people and how they treated her were horrendous, and how she handled them. I was just so proud of her because she kept her cool. And if you want to get on this flight, I'll get you all set. If you don't want to, get to the back of the line. We'll put you on something else. Or, I mean, she was very, very tactful. She knew how to handle people, but she amazed me. I mean, she didn't take crap, and you know, she was all business. But it's amazing how people can be. You know, I mean, I know people are nervous about flying and all that kind of stuff, but they take it out on those girls at the desk. But she did that for 17 years, and was very proud of how she handled people.
Well, I can honestly say I haven't been to a hair in a long time, so it wasn't me that taught her. And that's one place where I keep my cool for sure, because they can put you to the back of the bus faster than anybody.
Yeah.
So,
or she'll say, if you want to get your luggage, I'll make sure it gets on this plane, or I'll get it on another plane. Or, I mean, she knew how to shut them up, but it's quite a job for her.
Anybody in customer service, this would have been a good forum for them to come to, because they can see how we feel in general about for example, Mel and Pat. You know, you guys are perfect examples of people that have to go through the crapola with people, and you haven't done a darn thing wrong. All you've done is answer the phone. Hello, hi, this is Mel. Welcome. What can I do for you today? Well, let me tell you about the problem I got here on the interstate. Don't you understand? It's 31 degrees. Yeah, you understand that, but you can't do anything about it. So it's all good. And yeah, this has been a good conversation. And let's.
She was leaving the airport after working, I don't know, 14 hours or whatever. And out on the sidewalk, a lady insisted that she would go into the airport and take care of her flight right then. And my daughter kept saying, well, I'm all done working. There's ladies in there. There's people in there that'll take care of it for you. And they said, no, she said, I want you to do it. And she says, I'm done working today. I'm sorry. But, you know, she says, it's just amazing how people act. But
yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So this is what
I'm sorry.
This is what Gina Leva said.
Very entitled.
Jean said, pin the active speaker. So just now I pinned Dawn. I saw Dawn kind of showed up on the panel for a little while, but then she disappeared. Is that what? You guys are speakers, not going to see this, but the attendees, if we can get feedback on whether when I just pinned Dawn, did it help and make her show up on the panel so you could see her? I'd like to know that. I'm going to unpin her now. Let me know if she disappears or whatever. I want to know. We can do a test. You know what I'm saying? Figure this thing out here.
This is only a test.
Okay, who's next? I'm going to pin the next person. Who is next?
It's Mel or Pat.
Okay, who's next? Is it Mel or Pat? Unmute.
I'd say it's Mel.
Okay, Mel, unmute.
Now, how tactful was that, huh?
And then
Go ahead, Mel.
I'm going to.
Thank you. I was saying I think it's Pat, but anyhow. Yeah. What's I gonna say? So we deal with sometimes, you know, a bell relay client, a person. Do you know what that is? Pat, you probably know. Bell relay, where there's an interpreter and then they're with that person and you have to wait your turn for them to say go ahead. So that can be a winding call. So there you have to be very tactful because you can easily lose patience because it's long. So it's like they're saying their name, but before you say thank you, you have to wait for them to give the go ahead. And every time they say something, you wait, and then they say go ahead, and then they say you say thank you, and then you ask the next question. So it can take like 30 minutes, but the company understands because that's bell relay or Roger relay, whatever you call it, like your phone company relay person. So they are talking and responding on a machine, and the other person who's with them have to read what they're trying to ask or say. So there you have to be very tactful. And I love doing it because I feel like I'm really, really helping someone for a long time and making that person feel, appreciated and knowing that I have patience. So I love to exercise my patience in that line. And the other thing, we handle complaint. Our job entails a lot of things, a lot of headaches. Sometimes I get this pain in my head. So we handle complaint. We actually have to register complaint and work out a resolution. So sometimes we have to think of giving, whether it's reward or giving a callback, deletion, things. There's a lot, So you really have to be tactful. And after all these years, I'm doing that. I'm not trying to brag. My quality is always at a max, always, almost 98%. And they always tell me good, even if I'm lacking in one or two things, but my quality, because I said to them, I've been here for how many years, so I should know customer service inside out. I may not be the perfect person, but yeah, I have this skill in me and it's already seasoned in me. I can't let it go. So yes, so I can say I'm a tactful person. And I take these skills wherever I go, even if I don't always exercise it because we are human again, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to share that part.
All right. Well, thank you for that. We appreciate that. And I think we're going back to Kansas, and then we're going to Washington State to speak with Greg. Go ahead, Kansas. Dorothy.
Hello, everybody. I remember as a teenager, my stepmother taught me respect. I smarted off to her once, and once, that's all it took. And I was on the floor looking up. Needless to say, I did not do that again. Something about being on the carpet and looking up just doesn't do much for me. But as a teenager, I thought I knew everything, and I smarted off to her, and she took care of it.
Love it.
I remember one time a gentleman was on the phone with me. I've only done this once, but I was listening to him, and I thought, you know what? He doesn't know what he sounds like. So I came back with the same attitude that he came at me with. And he just kind of, I think I surprised him when I did it. And he realized what he sounded like. And then from that time forward, we were able to communicate better to get, and I was able to help him without all of the extra fluff, let's put it this way, that he was putting in the conversation. No, I wasn't cussing at him, and he wasn't cussing at me, and that's fine. But it was like, it was his attitude, when he was on the phone. And it was really interesting because he just like, oh, I didn't realize I sounded like that, People sometimes have a tendency to talk to people on the phone because you're not face to face. So some of the ways they talk to you, if they were face to face, they may not talk to you like that. Now that may not necessarily be the case all the time, but and like I said, I've been doing this for 10 years. I only did it once, but he understood what I was trying to say, and he just like, okay, and at the end of the conversation, he thanked me for helping him and was really appreciative of everything I said to him and how I helped him and everything. But, and it was interesting to begin with. I've only done it once in 10 years, but, it was like, okay, it was nice. We had a good conversation. I was able to help him. I was thankful for that, that I was able to help him. And we got, his issue taken care of. And I know that felt good for him too. So I just wanted to include those two experiences that I've had in my life so far.
All right. All right. Well, let's see. I think we're going from here, we're going over to Washington State, to the upper area of the, is it the peninsula?
The
Or the
San
upper-
Juan Islands.
The islands. Let's go to San Juan. It's got to
There
be
you go.
5 o'clock there sometime.
So I'm pinning you, Greg. I think you'll appear on the panel for the attendee view for a short time at least. So that'd be nice.
Okay.
Go for it.
Thank you. Let me and move my hand down. Excuse me. The Tactful. This is really a good thing tonight to listen to everybody's opinion about how they approach people. And in my business that I've been doing for many years, which is in the building industry, I'm dealing with people that are have positions in government or these kind of things. Hello, Carmela. And I'm dealing, like, for example, I built a church, the church that I used to go to. I built the church building itself. The church is really the people, but I built the church building. And I remember the day that I had an electrical inspector come up to do the electrical inspection. And the first words that came out of his mouth were, "Do you know I can shut your business this down right now?" Those were the first words that came out of his mouth. And I was like, so how do you approach somebody like that? And so, and I deal with that with other people as well in businesses. And you have to really kind of think through things a little bit. Inspectors carry a badge. So people who carry badges can be difficult for others to be able to communicate with them, because when they come on your job site, they feel like they are the ones that are in control of the whole situation, and you don't have a word to say about it. And that's the way it is. But there are those as well who have and hold those kind of positions that can shut you down, that communicate with you. And today I actually had one of those. I had one call me up. I didn't answer his phone call. I was doing something else that was important. And so I called back, and he said, "Oh, thank you for calling me back. I didn't think you would call me back." And I said, "Well, I didn't know what the number was, because my phone didn't say. So I usually don't answer those kind of calls. I will call back." So I called back, and he said, "Gee whiz, can you meet me out here? I'm the electrical inspector, and I want to take a look at this one building you got going, because I see that somebody had pulled a permit on your building, and you need to have those three things taken a look at by me, so we can get it approved, and I'll be done." So I said, "Sure, I'll be out there in about 10 minutes. So I drove out there and met the guy, really nice guy. I let him in. He saw what was done. We communicated quite well, and it was a wonderful experience. But then there are those times where you have people who are holding positions that feel that they have authority over you, and of which they do. And so they can shut you down. They can red tag you on your job. They can make life difficult. And I see that happen, and it happens to me before. And it's usually not yourself. It's the person and his attitude. Maybe he's had a bad day. Maybe something hasn't gone right with his job with his supervisor. So it can being tactful and not saying something, which is a good thing to do. I think who was saying that, it's not saying anything and listening is the best way to go. One of the things I do know, that if I do have problems and I'm talking with a person on the phone that I had to call up, I would let them know that I have an issue, and I let them know to start with that I'm going to separate them from my issue. And that is that they are not the problem. It's the company I'm talking with or talking about. And so I want them to be taken away out of that situation. And it's not personal. It's about the product or the situation I am there. So that way it starts us off on a much better situation as far as being able to communicate together. So I just kind of wanted to mention that as far as trying to be tactful with other people. And it's the way you approach them in the very first part, I think, is really important. And like I say, when I call somebody in the company, I will tell them, "This is for you, Mr. Mad Hatter." Yeah, remove them from the company. They are there to help you, for sure. But the way I look at it is, let them know that, hey, it's not them personally. You just want to work with the company, and I'm sure you know that. But that's something I do approach every time that I'm talking with somebody on the phone about business, is to let them know it's not them. They're doing their job. It's the company or the situation that's involved. and it usually goes along pretty well. So I try to keep every conversation as positive as I can. So when they do leave, they remember, gee whiz, that was a nice guy to talk with. And that's important to me. Thank you.
All right, all right. Thank you, Sir Gregory. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate that.
I love it. Thank you.
Right. And by the way, I'm not going to let you off the hook on the singing. So don't think you got away with that last night, just mentioning in passing. We're going to look forward to you having a song here one of these days.
It'll
soon.
happen.
Yeah,
I don't know about soon, but it will happen.
Okay, well, as long as I'm still here for it and I didn't get fired, that'd be good.
And what
I can't. It won't go out of my brain until I do it. So, and believe me, I'm waking up, hearing it, singing it, driving, singing it. So once I sing it for everybody, then it'll leave my brain for a while. I've accomplished my goal.
All right, we'll look forward to that.
I missed John last night. I wished I'd have heard that. I didn't hear it.
Oh, last night?
Yeah. I had to leave early, so.
Right. Well, you had some honeydews. I know. I got you. I didn't get you. Your wife got you, actually. All right. Now, we've had a couple people more join us that we'd kind of like to hear from if they'd like to speak. We've got Carmela Fire Schwartz in Israel, who's up at 4 a.m. to talk with us, 5 a.m. And then we've got Pedro Jorge Estrada Salada.
And I'm going to quickly refresh. Just bear with me.
Hi, everyone. I have to say hello to, I'm late today. I wanted to rest tonight, and I said to myself, I'm not coming. And I went to sleep, but the dog have already know that they have to wake up at 3 o'clock. So they start, wake me up, come up, you have to wake, come up, every half 15 minutes they come again. So I said, okay, if they said that I have to get up, I'll get up. It's like, the dog already know that they have to go to the show.
That's true. We wanted to just say we're glad your dogs got you awake. That's good stuff.
So I'm here.
All right. Thank you for being here. Before we go to John and Frank for a song, I'd like to hear from Pedro. We would like to hear from Pedro, not me. We would like to hear from Pedro on the topic, what it takes to be tactful. Go ahead, Pedro.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me. I just came back from an outing that I had, or a recent meeting actually. But I didn't want to miss this important topic. Being tactful can go a long way in relationships and in getting things done. Just like Greg was saying, there are things when at a job or whatever you're doing, you want to accomplish something in the best way if you're in charge. I drove with Uber for a while, and I had to find people that they had either a bad day or a bad experience, and without being personal, I would try to discern what had happened, whether it was on the airplane. And normally, when I did that, people would open up and start telling, what was bothering them. Because they obviously had a bad attitude. And all I wanted to do is take them safely to wherever they were going, because that was my business. I didn't want to have somebody with a bad attitude. If they didn't want to talk much, okay, I will talk less, but always try to discern what was on the minds. And so never finding fault with the person itself, but a situation might cause a person to start acting in a way that they normally probably don't do. And that worked for me wonders. With someone who had an attitude, at the end of the conversation, they would be so happy and they would give me a great review. They, because of the attitude that, that I wouldn't display, I wouldn't get confrontational with anybody because I knew there was something going on, you know, whether it was whatever. But I said, maybe Uber didn't do this or whatever. I would try to blame it on the situation, not on the person. That's why you didn't get the ride, you know, right away, or, you know, the app failed sometimes, you know. So they would accept my approach, and like I say, never find fault with the person itself, but with the situation, because you want to get things done, and you don't want to get into personal things, too personal. Even though I love to get personal with people, because I enjoy knowing people, you know, where they're coming from, and the way they conduct themselves. And being, let's say, living in a country that is not your country of origin, even though I've been here a long time, people still have in the back of their mind that this person has to be like this. And it's not that. You know, situations put you in this, and now you learn how to live here with others. And so you have to have a good attitude and learn from them a lot. I always learn from people. That's why I'm here tonight, and appreciate the opportunity, but never blame it on the person, blame it on the situation, because situations do happen that can alter the mood of people to act in a way that they normally wouldn't. So that's about it. I'm sorry I missed most of the comments of others, but I will go on the replay. Thank you.
Thank you, Pedro. We always appreciate your input very much. Thank you. We're getting close to that time when it's John Barilla and Frank Rowe time, if I'm not mistaken. Do we want to have any parting comments from anybody, or do we want to go right to the music? What we're gonna do is we end the live stream about now, and then we'll go strictly to OConnect, and that's where we'll do the music, if that's okay, in the interest of copyright. We don't want to step on anybody's toes at all on the copyright situation. So that all being said, do I need to contact Chris, or you are?
Oh, he knows. He's listening.
Oh, he's listening. All right. Tarzan, if you would take us there. I think he just did it. We're on OConnect only now, and that was smooth, very smooth, if I might say. So we'd like to hear, if we may, from John Barilla and Frank Rowe with a song, and anyone else who'd like to burst out in a song.
So who's first, Frank or John? What do you want, John? You can unmute. Sometimes he likes to have Frank go first.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to do the video first, or what?
And what video is that?
Oh, Frank, or is he going to sing live for us tonight?
Oh, no, he's not live. It's video. We can do Frank's first if you like.
Well, it's up to you. I was going to say, so I want to say, I see Charlie. I want to say to Charlie, I am going to do a repeat of It's Not Unusual as soon as my voice is 100%. And you just have to keep showing up now. So no, I'm going to have to bring the tab up. Actually, I should have thought about it today, because I have to find the tab that I have the music in the background. Otherwise, I just do it right now for you, but I'm going to have to do it on the night thing. And I'll bring up the tab, so we'll be ready. So maybe in another two. Yeah, I know you're going to keep coming back. So I'll do it for you. So whatever you want to do, Rob, you want to go, you want to play the video, or you want me to go first? Up to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. To the closure.
Okay, yeah. I thought we had already shut off the live stream. We have not. So I'm glad we kept it kind of cool there. Yeah. And I'm going to go on 3, Chris.
And we want to say thank you to the folks who are with us in YouTube. Thank you for joining us. If you would like to hear the singing, you'll need to come over to OConnect. And the link, the attendee link, is in the YouTube chat. Michael Chata is is posted it there. I pinned it. So it's really easy for you to come on over. All righty. But thank you all for joining us. And we're going to stop the live stream on the count of 3.
All right, which would be 3, 2, 1.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody who watched us on Ustream. We stream. We all stream for ice cream. I don't.
And you know, I typed in the YouTube earlier, you know, talking about how you should come and join us on OConnect, folks. And I said, you know, if you don't come to OConnect, you don't get to hear Frank and I sing. I don't know if that would make anybody come or stay away.
I don't know. My what is it? Cow calf and a half. Cow calf and a half. My cow calf and a half drives people away.
Don't even go there because I'd have to show some tact. I was gonna.
I was trying to get him to stop, but he's insisted.
Hey, wait a minute. Today it worked nicely. I want to say thank you to Frank. We were hovering in the 30s and the 40s, then the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So thank you to Frank Rowe for teaching me that little trick. It's not a trick. It's fun, actually.
Okay.
At any rate, we've now gone strictly to OConnect.
Okay, let me refresh one more time because we tried something different today. So okay, we're back. We are back. We have Chris Tizan coming to the panel.
Chris, come on down, Tarzan. Mabuhay. Mabuhay. Mabuhay.
Mabuhay.
Mabuhay. Come on, Chris.
He's here with us. All right. Yay.
All right. So have we decided already? Frank Rowe
Rowe
will be
in
the
the
first.
house
Oh,
first.
okay. Oh, all right. Didn't hear the conversation because I'm transitioning from attendee to speaker. Sorry about that. So, okay, we've done lots of tests earlier and during the live stream, and we're glad that everyone participated here in the OConnect webinar, and likewise in the YouTube streaming. And now I'm grabbing the URL of Frank Rowe. For a while, I'm getting it from the second laptop, and I'm now here copying the URL in my first laptop, and of course opening up the video share feature, which I am pressing Control V on my computer, which is pasting the link. And now are you excited in hearing Frank Rowe's rendition today? Just click
Yes.
the blue button to unmute. Here it
Here we
goes.
go. All right, Frankie Rowe in the house. Thank you for that, you and Engelbert. And next, we're going to move over to the one and only Sir John Barilla,
JJB Tin Man.
the Tin Man, with his rendition of.
I'm going to do tonight. Well, first I want to say to Charlie, I will get. I'm going to bring that up in a tab. So whatever night that we're, I can totally switch. Even when I was going to plan and do that for you, for it's not unusual. Also for Greg, I'm going to do this on another night. I'll redo When I Fall in Love for you, since you mentioned that you missed it last night. And now, but tonight I'm doing another. It's a request. So I am fulfilling one of my requests, and this is for Dawn. And she had contacted me privately and asked for a couple possible, songs. So I am going to do by Elton John that she asked for, Your Song. It's one of his early songs. Goes back to like 1970 when he first became noted. First album and all that was on his, and so anyway. Let's do Elton John's
Holy smokes, there. Man, you brought
Thank
the
you,
house
John.
on, son.
That was great.
She was singing right along with you, John. I tell you what, she was tearing up actually. So I appreciate you. I really appreciate you.
That's what I like. Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
I might have to come back tomorrow night just to see what's going to happen tomorrow night. I don't know. We'll see. Well, let's talk a little bit about briefly what's going on tomorrow or today for some of you. Carmela is today there, and who else? I think that's it. Oh no, in India, Muhammad Ashraf Ansari. It's tomorrow already for you, Manaj. It's tomorrow for you as well. And Chris Tiazone, it's always tomorrow for you there, Tarzan. All right. So thank you for what you did with Frank tonight. And wow, what a good night. I think the topic was pretty good. I didn't think it was, at first I thought it might be bland, but you know what? Once we got talking about it, we all feel the same way about tact and how to be tactful and how not to be tactful. And it was all good. It was all good. We hovered at 65 to 70 the whole night, which is good for us. And to have the chat fly by it like it did, I think Gina Levis stayed almost all night or all night. And of course, Frank Rowe did. It was good.
Michael Chada, Cena, everybody stayed.
Cena, Michael Chada, everybody stuck around tonight, and that's good stuff.
I think the singing makes them want to stay to the end, actually.
Well, did you want me to sing a song, Miss?
I don't
know.
You can do it.
No, I know. I've done my singing for tonight with Ash's Restaurant. So.
Then get to Ashufara restaurant, don't you?
All right, you talk me into it. Oh, yeah. You can get anything that you want at Ashmafara's
Ashufara restaurant.
Yeah. All right. Oh, boy. Thanks a lot for that. All right. Well, anyway, tomorrow we'll be here. Let's see. 10 o'clock will be live with Marty and Chris. I think Red has gone back to his 11 o'clock slot.
Yes.
So he'll be on at 11. And then we'll be on at 12 noon with Straight Talk. I almost said Smart Talk, but it'll just be Straight Talk where the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And it's with today's news today. It seems like every day we've got a little tidbit that we can drop off with you, something that's happened during the night, something that's happened with the withdrawals, something that's happened with just any number of subjects. So we try to at least give you one of those a day at noon. And then we'll be back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. We have a topic, which I gave to Lynn, and I've already forgotten it because I'm so old. Stand by one, and I'll tell you tomorrow night's topic. I think it's a good one.
Straight Talk is Football Friday.
Football Friday tomorrow for David Switzer and me and anyone else.
And RobLynnLive is Leaving a Legacy.
Oh, look out now. Leaving a Legacy tomorrow night. Leaving a Legacy. I think that'll be fun. Many of you are already leaving a legacy and don't even know it. Don't even know it. Our naysaying children have no idea the legacy that's being left to them. And that's good stuff. That's good stuff. And we're on the way. We're well on the way. Yesterday's OP 360 kind of was generalizations, but it was big news type generalizations. And that's good stuff. That's what keeps me coming back. And I think things are going to settle down with these merchants if they haven't already. As we've talked about many times, the withdrawals will be coming our way, those of us who are due a withdrawal. I want to remind you of this. If you're due a withdrawal that you've already requested, I don't care whether it's $120 less 20 or $24,000 or whatever, $1,500, doesn't matter what it is. Pay attention to your O-mail and your email. Ash reiterated that several times yesterday, and I'm going to do the same. It's very important because that's where you're going to get the instructions from to do whatever you got to do to get those funds into your account. So please take a word from this old buzzard that Ash is serious about that. And until we get O-Verify, which is coming very soon, this is going to be how it's going to be done through the email process. But you still have to verify yourself, probably similar to what we did with when we purchased OConnect, and we had to provide our driver license or photo ID. So it'll be something similar, I'm sure. So it looks like Mel Marcano is going to take us out. Are you going to sing?
I can sing, but no, not tonight, though. I can sing, but not tonight.
Bring it.
Regarding the 9 for whatever you were talking about, the money, the O-coin, whatever, the refund. It would be a good thing, like if not for I'm not talking of everybody, but I'm talking for myself and other people would probably like it, where they would have, if you have revenue that it could be transferred if you want it to be transferred to what you'd want to pay for the products. For example, I have something in my account, in my revenue wallet. It would be a nice thing if some of us who want to have it transferred, instead of withdrawing it and then paying again, they should have a function for that.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming for sure. That's a given. That is coming. I'll go out on the gangplank here and tell you that it is coming. And that's going to be an easy way for a lot of us to just, and anyone who's got multiple accounts, won't it be nice to have them all under one umbrella? How nice will that be? That's coming. It's coming.
And not having to log in and out to every account that you have. It's just one login and you have all your accounts.
One and you're in, and that is good stuff. That's coming.
I mean, it's all designed for us to have convenience and ease. So thank you, Mr. Mapara. We're looking forward to those changes and improvements.
Yeah, and for me, it's a way of saving. I don't have to touch that money. I know it's there. So in case they have to renew, it's already there. Yeah, that would be a good function to add.
Yes.
That's coming. I'm glad you brought that up. That is coming. It's right around the corner.
It's something we're all hoping for, Mel. So thanks.
Right.
Thanks for bringing that up.
We're going to have the pretty soon. I think we're getting the OConnect version, the next version. I have a sneaky feeling we're going to have the backgrounds coming up on this version, this commercialized version, I guess it's called.
Yeah.
You're going to see that. I think you're going to see the language translation.
And maybe the background noise suppression too. All the cool stuff,
Stuff that you won't find anywhere else. It's all coming to us. It's going to be lights out for anyone else in the industry. So we're very blessed there. I think we're very blessed with all the buttons. And go ahead, Greg.
One question. Did anybody ever mention to the fact, now I don't know, it might be coming out in our new version, that we could have our hands numbered for raising? It would make it such a nice, actual, real easy thing to do, I think, technologically wise, just to have the hands numbered. And, oh yes, this is the song right here. I'm not going to show you. I will tell you this. The name of the song is called Thick and Thin. And you actually will be able to live stream it because I wrote the song. YouTube has no rights on it.
Nice. So shall we set our clocks by within a week or two, or don't set our clocks?
Not next week, possibly the week after. I'm just trying to finish up my work stuff. Then I'm going to concentrate on this because I've never sang this song, as we say in the music industry, a cappella. Acapella. Yeah. So it'd be in a couple of weeks.
Awesome.
That sounds good. That's something to look forward to. That's going to bring this crew back. I guarantee you. They'll be here.
Yes.
And we want to thank our deaf community folks, Deb,
Yes.
and of course Cecil. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you again. It brings joy to my heart. I'll tell you what, every time we have a lesson in sign, it is good stuff. Thank you everybody again. Go ahead. Oh, wait a minute. It looks like Carmela has awakened, and she's got something more too. Go ahead.
Yes, we find here a new people that never bring themselves up to the community to bring their creation and what they do. Like John did it before, but the other ones didn't. And the first time in life that they are live streaming and all the world see them, we bring a new people to bring themselves out, and it's so nice. It's so nice. All their life they keep it with themselves, and now all the world will hear about it. Ashmufara told us, everybody will know who you are.
The world will know your name, Carmela.
Yes, it is. I like
This
it.
is all good stuff. All right. We have someone else coming in. I couldn't see that far.
Hiralal.
Hiralal is in. Okay, good.
First timer on our panel.
Welcome,
Hiralal.
welcome, welcome, Hiralal. We're glad you're here. Fun stuff ahead. Fun stuff ahead. We're going to continue to plug away. Don't think we're going anywhere. No matter what happens, we're going to try to do the 2-a-days and make sure we keep people in the know, because it'd be a shame for somebody to miss something for whatever reason. And we know enough people, I guess, now that we've been here almost 5 years. It'll be 5 years next month, to where we're going to keep doing what we're doing. We're going to try to make a difference. We're going to try to drop a little bit of value on everybody when we can. There he is. Hello, sir.
Hi, Hirala. Welcome to
Hello,
our show.
hello.
Welcome to our panel. How are you?
Looks cold there where he is. All right, all right,
Lots
all
of
right.
love. Lots of love from us.
Yes, sir.
You're
And
most
yes,
welcome.
ma'am.
Most welcome.
Thank you, thank you. All right. Whew. Well, that's about it. I mean, does anybody else have anything else? I mean, we're up against a 3-hour mark here. Now, this is getting crazy.
Well, Hiralal has his hand raised.
Hiralal, go ahead, sir. Love to hear you.
You can speak, Hiralal. Go ahead. Hiralal?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you. You can speak. Go ahead.
Yes. No, it. No English.
Oh, no English?
No.
Well, speak to us in Hindi. I don't care. Speak to us in Hindi. Say what you want to say. We'd love to hear you.
Just your smile. Smile is good enough.
Whatever you want to do, sir. You can speak to us in Hindi.
It's okay. Thank you for coming on camera. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Okay. All right. We're glad you're here. Come back again soon, with or without English. Just come back, sir. We'd love to see your smiling face.
Indeed.
We appreciate you coming on for the first time. It means a lot to both of us, and I think everybody here on the panel, and everybody's still hanging. There's still 47 people hanging in the chat.
Wow, that's
now, I don't know, they got nothing else to do with themselves or what? So we're very grateful they're still hanging.
It's called Hangout Friday, Rob.
Hangout Friday. All right.
Yeah.
Hangout
And
Friday.
I wanted to quickly tell Lynn that I love the blues on her. Nobody told you, but it's nice. The blues,
Oh, this is
very pretty color.
I don't know what color this is. This is a different kind of blue. I don't know what you call it. Yeah. More, I think it has a little bit of teal in it. Thank you very much. All right.
All righty. I guess the ball's in my court. Salute. to all veterans of all wars and just of all militaries. And salute to all active duty military, and salute to all first responders and medical personnel around the world. Thank you for what you do. And I'm going to say amen.
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 And thank you to all of you for being with us. We love you.
Appreciate it. Y'all come back now. You hear? We'll see you next time.
Take care, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Love
Good
y'all.
night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Good night.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you.
Right.
Thanks, John.
Bye-bye, Carmela.
Bye, Lynn. Bye, Rob. Bye, John.
Good
Bye,
night,
Carmela.
everyone. Love you
Bye,
all.
Carmela.
Oh, that reminds me. Good night.
Night,
Bye,
Chris.
Chris.
Pedro.
Bye, Chris.
Night, everyone.
Good night, Mrs.
Bye,
Calabash.
Ellen.
Wherever you are.
So, Zigbody will be
Okay,
on
Good night.
Good to all.
Bye-bye.